Imagine a vast, dark ocean. Now imagine a force lurking beneath, not a monster, but a goddess with a net woven from the souls of the drowned. What if I told you this isn't just a myth, but a chilling explanation for countless disappearances? Dive with us into the legendary traps of Ran. Before the scream, the goddess beneath the waves. Long before sailors carved runes for protection, before skalds sang of voyages across cold horizons, Ran dwelt in the darkness beneath the shifting blue. She did not rise from foam, nor descend from the sky like the Aesir. She emerged from the primordial waters, a being as fluid and unpredictable as the sea itself. Her hull, hidden deep below the reach of sunlight, glimmered with the treasures of lost voyages. Shields eroded to mirrors, swords rusted into coral thrones, gold gleaming like captured starlight. Her presence was as cool as undertow, as still as the moment before a ship breaks in two. To glimpse Ran was to understand the ocean's oldest truth, that every journey has a cost. The nets that shape destiny. Ran's nets were not woven from fiber or sinew, they were woven from absence. From the gaps left by swallowed ships, from the last breaths of sailors, from the lingering fear that rides every cresting wave. Each strand shimmered with a faint, ghostly glow, a testament to the countless souls entangled within them. These nets drifted in the deep like living currents, neither hunting nor chasing, simply waiting for the sea to deliver its due. To be caught was not an act of punishment, but a surrender to inevitability. Mortals feared them not because they were cruel, but because they were certain. And certainty at sea is rare, terrifying, and absolute. Why the sailors whispered her name. For seafarers, Ran was both terror and truth. Storms could be survived. Monsters could be outwitted. Even Thor's tempests could be outrun with luck. But Ran's net? Once you felt its invisible drag around your ankle, your fate was sealed. The bravest captains muttered her name under their breath, offering coins to the surf as bribes, pleading for safe passage. Every offering was a fragile hope that she might let their ships slip through the waves without reaching up to reclaim them. Her reputation was not earned through malice, but through consistency. She never missed a soul meant for the deep. The truth behind the drownings. Of course, even the calmest ocean can turn. Ran's nets tightened in storm-racked waters, catching entire crews in a single, unseen sweep. Sagas speak of ships that vanished without wreckage, of warriors whose armor was later found glittering in her hull, of captains who felt a sudden weight in the sea, a gentle tug, like a hand pulling them home. Yet her traps were not vengeance. They were the fulfillment of the sea's claim, the pull of an ancient cycle that no god, not even Agur, could fully deny. The drowned became part of her realm, their memories braided into her nets like threads of sorrow and song. More than terror, the keeper of the lost. To see Ran only as a thief of lives is to misunderstand the sea entirely. She was not merely the taker, she was the keeper. The guardian of those forgotten by the surface world, the collector of stories swallowed by waves. Within her hull, the drowned did not drift in eternal suffering, they became part of something vast, a chorus of quiet voices, a tide of memory preserved in the deep. She knew the secrets of vanished kingdoms, the whispers of voyages undone, the truths buried where no sunlight reaches. Her domain was not death, it was remembrance. The silence that still echoes today. Because she lived in shadow, because she spoke through waves rather than words, because her stories were carried by the drowned instead of the living, her image became distorted. Poets feared to praise her. Sailors feared to anger her. And so Ran, goddess of tides, of consequence, of inevitable return, became a phantom in the edges of Norse lore. But if you listen at the shoreline in absolute stillness, if you hear the sucking pull beneath each retreating wave, if you feel the thin chill that lingers after a storm, you may sense her watching. Ran remembers, even when myth forgets. The depth that holds us all. To understand Ran is to understand the sea's darkest honesty. Not the shimmer of the surface, nor the freedom of the horizon, but the weight beneath. She is the keeper of endings, the weaver of fates that fall overboard, the quiet certainty beneath every voyage. Her story is not one of cruelty, but of inevitability. of the ocean's right to reclaim what it touches. She is the cold hand beneath the waves, the whisper in the undertow, the net that never tears. And if Agar represents the feast, Ran represents the cost, a reminder that every sip of salt water, every voyage into the unknown, is borrowed time. If you'd like to uncover more shadowed goddesses, hidden realms, or the forgotten forces that shape Norse mythology, just tell me where to dive next.